Hi, this is Charles 9mm, and I've got a great product to show you today. This is the Mika pocket holster, which you can find at mikapocketholsters.com. These are been around for quite a while, and I've heard nothing but good things about this pocket holster, and I wanted to go in depth a little bit about their construction, because there seems to be a lot of people who like them, but they don't really explain what are the special features that make this pocket holster so very popular. It is really an interesting approach to this whole thing, and I wanted to explain it because for right around at this point, I think they're right around $32, something like that. They're quite a deal, in fact, and I wanted to explain it. So let's look at the holster for a minute and look that it's made out of a synthetic leather, which really kind of, I wouldn't say put me off, but it was a little suspect at first. Like, why wouldn't you make one out of real leather? This makes a lot of sense. This is done by design. This is a very, very tough synthetic. It'll last years and years. It will not soak up sweat, and it keeps the gun from catching the humidity and moisture from the outside if you're caught in the rain, whatever. But the big thing is sweat. I've actually made some pocket holsters out of leather and was very disappointed on a very hot day how saturated with sweat and putting the gun in jeopardy of actually maybe oxidizing a little bit. So that was one concern for me. The other one is some of the leather holsters are quite slippery and have to build like a hook on the end to catch on inside the pants or on the pocket, so that when you draw the weapon, it comes out readily. And this one takes care of that situation. I'm going to use a blue gun. Now, these are actually made for an LCR, so they actually fit better in LCR than my blue gun, which is built on a Smith & Wesson format, which is really not the one. You want to get one that's specific for your type of firearm. So you'll notice also what they've done is they've put some kind of a stiffening material in here so it doesn't completely close up. It holds it open. It's not going to catch. The edges are sewn very tightly. I noticed one thing about the stitching on this. It's very, very tight and very heavy stitching. It actually looks like a double stitching or a very coarse type of thread that they're using for the stitching, which I'm very impressed with as well. So we'll put this one in here, and I will tell you that it slips in and out. Even in the pocket, it slides. There's no hem here to catch, so that your any of the implements or devices on and the cylinder on the weapon will not catch out of this, and so it comes out very nicely, very quickly. Of course, they make these for automatics too, but I'm partial to revolvers, and I think I'm just interested in them. So that's why I'm doing it with a revolver. They also make a rounded bottom and a square bottom, and that depends on the pockets. If you're having like cargo pants, you would probably choose a square bottom. If you wear jeans or any other fitting material, fitting design pants, you would probably use the round pocket. Would probably fit in Levi's a little bit better, or blue jeans. But for a cargo pocket, that would probably rock around a little bit, so they give you a little extra material in the squared to give you that retention in the pocket. Now, why do they stay in the pocket? It's this kind of a spongy material, and it's very similar to the type of material you can put under rugs that are sitting on wood floors. You get this sticky, spongy sort of material that goes underneath those rugs. You can get them at any type of home housewares store will have this kind of a material in it, and it's supposed to handle a lot of wear and not slip. Well, it really does a good job. And of course, you don't want that moving around. So as you can see, there's a lot of stitching to stitch it down tight. There's no loose seam. There's no hem. It's sewn down really, really tightly. This is probably quite difficult to do, to sew that down. I don't know if you can see the stitching, but the stitching is extremely tight, and there's a lot of stitching throughout this that stitches it to the holster body. Inside, each piece is signed and dated, which is really nice, and also identifies the who made it and what type of firearm that's going to go in it. So it's really nice to have a signed product like this, so you know that somebody took the care to do this. And you can see a little bit of that synthetic material here. Now, when you place it down in your pocket, this material grabs that pocket. The more pressure you put on it, the tighter it grabs. So it's just like that rug material that keeps the rug from sliding on the floor. Otherwise, people would be falling down in their houses on the rugs. If they had like a slippery rug, you put that material under it. Doesn't soak up any sweat, no hem. Really beautiful. It works terrifically. And I wanted to give you just a deeper look at the Mika holster. Now, the inside material is a very kind of tough, almost rough material on the backing of this artificial leather, and that really grabs the firearm as well. So if you're in law enforcement or you're a citizen who can legally carry, pocket carry is an excellent way to go, especially if you're not wearing a belt, if you have some back problems, or you really need to deep conceal this firearm. The Mika holster is the way to go, and you can find those at Mika, M-I-K-E, pocketholsters.com, and I think you'll be very, very happy with this product. I know I am. I'm very impressed. In fact, because I've made them, I know what it takes and all the little things that it takes to make them work. Oh, I want to say one more thing. You'll see some pocket holsters made out of Kydex. Kydex is very, very slippery. It's a slippery, hard plastic, and great for holsters for on the belt, or especially in the waistband. I've got some myself. Like them very much. Don't like them too much as a pocket holster because you either have to take your thumb and pop the holster off of the firearm, or again they'll have that kind of a hook that will catch and on the seam of your pocket. If that fails, the pocket and the firearm, the holster and the firearm come out of the pocket, which is something you don't want. That could even, especially for law enforcement, that could be fatal. You also want some material to hold it open as well. So it's a great innovation. I think it's one of the best designs, if not the best design that I've ever seen. And Mika holsters are reasonably priced, well made, and fantastic customer service. I think you'll like it. Check it out. MikaPocketHolsters.com. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.